This video is not made for kids. If you are 13 or older, you are fine. If you are a kid, please leave the video. You have been warned, and YouTube do not ban me. Hi everybody, and this is What If Deku Married a Snake Girl Part 2, so let's get it started. This is the exact same day. Mia's point of view. As Mia consistently droned on about Izuku, her mother said, "Well, he seems like a very nice boy. Would you like to transfer to his school? Or his nursery?" Mia in a heartbeat said yes. Yes, please. Okay, then we'll set everything up for you to get transferred to Izuku's nursery then. Okay, sweetheart. Okay, mummy, Mia said. As they were just pulling up on the drive, a black-haired girl in a ponytail ran outside to greet her little sister. This person is Momo Yaoyorozu. As Momo ran to her and hugged her as tight as she could. "I've missed you so much, little sis. How's your day been today?" As Momo's and Mia's mum interrupted both of them, saying she's met a boy she might like. "Ooh," Momo said. "A boy? Who is it?" "His name's Izuku Midoriya," as the description that Mia gave her, sorry. "He has 2 foxtails and green hair, but she hasn't told me about his facial features yet." As Momo and Mia's mum was saying that, Mia got a red blush on her face, saying, "Mom, why do you have to do that?" As Mia's mum started laughing a lot. As one of the maids came out and said, "Mrs. Yaoyorozu, the papers that you ordered for the transfers came for Mia." "Okay, just put them on the table, please." "Okay, Miss Yaoyorozu," as he walked off to place the papers on the table. Mia, Momo, and Miss Yaoyorozu walked in to greet everyone. As she walked to the table to sign that Mia would be transferring to Elsgate Elementary. As she finished signing them and handed them to the maid, saying, "Could you hand this to the principal or the head teacher at this elementary school?" Once she handed the papers to the head maid, she called in Mia to ask her, saying, "Do you really want to go to this elementary school?" "Yes, Mummy," as Mia replied. "Okay, then that's final." She then showed her that she signed the papers and handed it straight to the maid. Once they got them signed, the maid stepped out of the room to call up the elementary school that Izuku went to and to tell them they're getting a new transfer student next week. We are going to do a 1-day time skip here. Izuku's point of view, as Izuku went back to his school to see everyone was staring at him. They were all thinking in their head, when the hell did a quirkless kid get a quirk? I thought that was impossible, as they all thought that consistently through their head. Izuku was feeling like he was the odd one out here, but then, out of nowhere, 2 girls came up to him and said, "Excuse me, Izuku Midoriya, can we pat your tail, please?" Izuku stood there in confusion, wondering why people wanted to touch his tail for some weird reason. So he said, "Okay." So he sat down and let them stroke his tail for a little bit. The moment they touched it, they fell asleep, like it was some form of anesthesia to put them asleep or something. They fell asleep hugging his tails, but the moment Izuku tried to get him off, they hugged even tighter. When Katsuki Bakugo walked in the room and saw that, he was furious, as little explosions was popping in his hand, as he shouted, "Deku, you hid a quirk from me, you bastard!" As Bakugo tried to run at Deku, but the teacher stopped him by standing in the middle of them. "Bakugo Katsuki, you do this again, mister, I'll phone your mom and tell what you've been doing." "Screw you, Teach, I do what I want. I'll be the #1 hero." "No you won't with that attitude, mister. Go stand outside and I'll talk to you once I've finished." "Okay then." As Katsuki Bakugo walked out, as the teacher tried to help Izuku with the two girls hanging on his two tails. "Wow, they're hugging very tightly," the teacher said. As the teacher tried to pull one off, but they just hugged even tighter. So she did the next best thing. She asked Izuku, saying, did the doctor say you had wind manipulation, didn't they?" "Yes, they did. Could you make your fur elusive with your wind?" "Yes, sure." As Izuku tried to do it the first time, but failed. But the second time he did it. He made his fur very lucid, if that makes sense. As they slid off very easily, Izuku got up and walked away, fast. As the teacher picked them up and put them on the seats. As the teacher shouted, "Okay class, everyone sit down." As the day went on as normal that day. As Katsuki Bakugo got a shouting at him from the teacher and his mother. As Katsuki was grounded for 2 weeks for what he did. As we had to do a week time skip. This was the week when Mia transferred into Izuku's class. The teacher's point of view. "Okay everyone, sit down. I've got an announcement to make today. We'll be having a new transfer student from another school coming to here." As everyone was thinking who it might be, I was saying, "Come in dear." As Izuku saw the same snake girl that he saved from Bakugo a week ago. As Mia smiled, saying, "Hey everyone, my name's Mia Yairozu and it's very nice to meet you," in a very embarrassing tone. As she saw Izuku and smiled even more, thinking that her savior was here. Well, she knew that, but she was very happy to see him again. As Bakugo stood up and started laughing at her, but before he could get a full sentence out, Izuku used his wind manipulation and threw him against the wall, but not too hard. As everyone started laughing at Bakugo, as Mia had a little smirk on her face again, trying to hold back from laughing. "Okay, Mia, sweetie, go sit next to Izuku over there, okay?" "Okay, miss," Mia said. As Mia sat next to Izuku and says, "Hi," again. Mia said, "Hi." "Hi again. I was about to introduce myself, but you already know who I am, don't you?" Izuku was embarrassed. Time skipped through that day. Everyone went as normal until they went onto the playground. Bakugo started shouting at Izuku, saying, "When the hell did you make friends with the new transfer student? She's a snake. She's a dirty lizard. A vile creature," Bakugo said. As Izuku tried to defend her, but Bakugo pushed him on the floor. But Before that, Mia tried to push Bakugo away from Izuku, saying, "Why are you trying to bully other people because they're trying to talk to me? Only because people don't have the same quirk as you doesn't mean you can bully them. Only because they're different." As Mia felt confident with this, but Bakugo was furious as he tried to fire an explosion, but before it could hit, Izuku jumped in front of it and used his wind manipulation and blasted back at Bakugo, making it dissipate. "Bakugo, I thought I told you to stop bullying her." "But you're gonna make me stop, you stupid Deku." As before he could finish the word Deku, Bakugo was picked up by his mother that was here to pick him up for a dentist appointment, saying, "Bakugo, what have I said about bullying people? That is an extra 5 weeks on your grounding, mister." As Bakugo tried to squeal out of it and say, "Don't you dare think about using your quirk, Katsuki. If you do that, you're going to be very sorry." As Bakugo went limp and said, "Fine." I'm going to leave you guys in a cliffhanger here. Thank you for waiting 2 weeks for this video to come out, and I am so sorry for it not being out sooner, but I'll try and release another one this week. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.